What is up, peoples? Ooh. Ooh. Excuse me. Hey, Sonny. Yo, Facebook, I got the goods. Hold on, you see this? Yeah. This is a 5-meat feast from Little Caesars, and don't forget the garlic butter, baby. I also got a pepperoni carryout too, so I got 2 pizzas from Little Caesars. Now here's the thing of it. I like pizza, Facebook, that is no lie. But for the price I spent at Little Caesars getting 2 pizzas would have been the price of a normal sized pizza from anywhere else. So it ends up being a little bit cheaper. You get more, sometimes you get more pizza for your buck. That's just smart. Oh, splattering all over my arms. Look at that. Man, between the alcohol, the tobacco, the energy drinks, and the greasy pizza, you're going to have a heart attack when you're 34. Yeah, one can hope, right? But it'll be the tastiest heart attack I ever had, so you know what? You got one life. Live it. Now, I've never actually just eaten this pizza with just the garlic butter. I've always done like Doritos on top of it and shit like that. But I'm gonna have a slash video on Facebook real quick because, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Little Caesars 5-meat feast with garlic butter. Cheers. And you know, when I got to 2nd Street Little Caesars, they already had these pizzas made. They're already made in the oven, ready to order. So as soon as I order them, boom, out the door. Quick, fast, friendly. That's what's up. Mm. And I don't want to pig out on pizza like a madman in front of y'all, but I have at least 2 slices for you. Give you my thoughts on it. Well, obviously, I like it. Otherwise, I'd be, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be sitting here. Boom. Yo, the flavor coming off that meat, superb. Got that tasty Little Caesars crust in full effect. You got the chewiness from the crust and the cheese. You gotta eat, man. 2 slices is definitely enough. This is some pretty filling pizza. Now I have $28 coming into my bank account tomorrow, so unfortunately I have to leave that in there unless I can replace it immediately. I don't want to be, you know, too overdrawn, but you know, Little Caesars 5-meat feast is the best, dude. It may cost $9, but so worth it compared to what you're paying for a meat pizza from like Little Caesar or like Domino's, Pizza Hut, you know. A little bit cheaper. Now, however, Facebook, I did get a 2-liter of cherry Pepsi to go with it, but I'm drinking some regular Pepsi that I have left in the can. Yeah. I had 1 can left. Might as well drink it up. Call this a Facebook food review, baby. Yo, if you have not tried the 5-meat treat from Little Caesars, you're missing out, dude. Get a little bit of garlic butter, put on top of that bitch. There you go. Gotta hit the spot. Excuse me again, but let's see. Let's take a look at this here wand that I was working on earlier. That's pretty dry. Cool. Oh man, that pizza's so good. Asperger's, excuse me. Some people are like, you just made a fart joke about your autism. That's kind of mean. I'm like, no, it takes the power away from the trolls who do it. That's why I do it. And that paint's pretty dry, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab my my wand leather and my body's doing a pretty good job fighting off a cold. So far, I've only got a cough, a little bit of stuffiness, and a sore throat, and that's it. And other than that, I feel fine. Like, my nose isn't even that stuffed up, to be honest. Which is good. As I've said before on live stream, when you get sick, blow your nose as often as you can. When you get sick, blow your nose as often as you can. That way, it gets all the mucus out of your body. Because that mucus is collecting whatever is making you sick and trying to pull it out of your body. That's your body's natural defense. Aww. Is Therese Saxton really in the hospital? Aww. A circle of healing for Therese Saxton. May she get out of the hospital as quickly and as safely as possible. We're all rooting for you, girls. So don't get too down, whatever it is, or at least try not to. You know, I don't know what your condition is, so I can't honestly say. But you know, what I can say is you got a lot of people that care about you. So yeah. Just catching up on chat here, and I noticed some of the comments. So check this out. This is the wand leather that I get. And there's a company in India that makes this wand leather, which I thought was kind of cool. Being as I am such an avid fan of cobras, and snake charming is highly illegal in India now because the Indian cobra is protected underneath the Indian Wildlife Reservation. I call them Indians because they're not Native American. There's a difference. Can you imagine a bunch of people coming in, stealing your land, taking your jobs? Oh, wait. So why are white people getting pissed off at Mexicans for doing it when we did the same thing to Native Americans several years ago? And when we did it, we were trying to do the same thing some of these Mexicans are trying to do, which is make a better life for themselves and escape a horrible life. It's like, okay, maybe some of them aren't coming in illegally. That's not good. Like, that's where I draw the line. You know, like, I have no problems with people wanting to come to this country legally and, you know what I'm saying, make something for themselves. But if they're willing to work for their money and their honest dollar, then who cares, dude? Let them come in. Who are we as a nation to turn down refugees or immigrants? And you know what I'm saying? Our American privileged asses have no idea what it's like to be a war-torn refugee or an immigrant struggling with a hard life. And you're pissed because they're out of your favorite flavor at Starbucks. Okay, boo-hoo, first world problems, buddy. Ooh. Excuse me. But by 5 o'clock, which is usually when I stop making the wands, I have managed to, oh, hold on a second. Yeah, and then the handle likes to do that shit right there. I have just enough wand leather for the handle on there. And I call that a successful work day because by tomorrow, I'm going to try to get these done as fast as possible with the next 2 batches. Try to get like 2 or 3 batches sold. In the next month or so. There we go. There we go. Got it on there. I call it an awesome work day, man, because I got all the wands in this batch carved out, and then one's pretty much to that point where it's almost done. Now, once you get your handle tied on there, just like that, just to make sure that it doesn't come undone when you're going to podge it, you want to use something to hold it in place. I like to use clear drying Gorilla Glue. Oh, and of course there's dry glue in there, son of a bitch. Hold on a second. Oh, look, there's a paper clip that'll do. I keep a paper clip on my workbench so that when the glue clogs up, I can just poke all that dry glue out of that little hole right there. There we go. I'm not going to need too much glue for that knot, just enough to put on there. And it doesn't drip if you. It doesn't drip everywhere if you don't put a shit ton on there. Just enough. There we go. There we go. Now, where did I put? Ah, there it is. You definitely want to recap your glue when you're done using it so it don't dry out. Oof. Boy, after not eating all day, that definitely feels much better. There we go. Now, as soon as that's done drying, you take it out of the vice clamp, and that excess bit of leather, you trim it off, or that glue's dried on top of the knot, flat to the knot. So that way, you know, that'll hold that leather in place while you podge it. Simple as that. And this particular wand glows in the dark. That's most definitely what's up. This is my at-home business, if you will. I'm kind of self-employed at the moment. which is nice because I work on my own schedule. I don't have to, you know, when it's my business, you know. I bank with a U.S. bank, and they're awesome. You ever get the chance? And the only reason I drained my account is because I know I'm getting money from Teespring being transferred from my PayPal to my bank as we speak. So I could splurge a little on pizza, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hold on, I gotta crack the other window. There we go. Excuse me. It's me complimenting the pizza chef who made that. But anyways, I'll get the wands all to that point right there. All I need to do is trim the leather and podge them. As soon as that one's done drying, I'll take it off the vice clamp, trim the excess leather off, stick it to the side, more than likely podge it, and then let it dry. And while it's drying, I can work on the rest of the batch pretty easily. In fact, let's take all the ones for the clear wand. Let's see. See, I like the way this one looks with the grain of the wood. So I'm going to make this the clear wand. This one only needs handle and podge. So I'll get the handle tied on this one. And then as soon as that one's done drying in the vice clamp, I'll glue this one. Because I might be able to get away with gluing it if I dangle it over a couple of paint cans. Hold on a second. Now my first thing tomorrow, I'll have 2 ones of footage. Cool. A cigarette or a Cobra shaped wand? Well, that would require a stick that's relatively thick enough to form the hood. Eating some dank ass pizza and making some badass wands. That's how I do Facebook.